Welcome to Set and Forget Traders, where precision meets patience. This isn't guesswork, it's strategy, structure, and the smart money's roadmap. If you're tired of chasing trades, strap in. We'll show you how to trade like the banks and not against them. If the market noise has been costing you money and peace of mind, you are in the right place. Hit that subscribe button. This is where structure meets mastery. Welcome to this analysis today. We are going to decipher and understand what's happening on GBP USD. The first chart we're analyzing is the demand chart, and after we're done with this, we're going to check out on the supply chart. Then we can call it a day or a week. So briefly, this is the most important video that we are looking back right from where we had our last analysis of GBP USD, and you might be intrigued to see that we had a very good analysis, guys. We had a very good analysis because we pointed out that this demand zone is going to affect the previous week analysis, and this is what we had. This is the daily candle, this is the daily time frame, and this was Monday on the 23rd of June. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Today being on a Tuesday, this is Monday, Tuesday. So guys, this was a very good, clear understanding of what we were anticipating, and we were rewarded by 3,604 points. Very clean to most of the other trades that we have been having. This came in as a very quick and volatile week. Very volatile week because there was no redistribution. It was just a very fierce flash into the next demand zone. So buyers on the, let's check on the weekly candle, you might be able to see that the market started from the previous demand zone and closed at the next demand zone. And then this week, which started on our last day of June, and today we are on July, you see this candle started inside the demand zone. It started precisely inside that demand zone, and the buyers are trying to push price more higher. This is a red flag for sellers because buyers have already pushed price inside the market and they're pushing it higher. And if you check on the daily candle, yesterday the daily candle closed inside the demand zone. The buyers have started this day again pushing the price higher and outside the demand zone, and they are currently at 1.37764. Yeah, the demand zone levels are at proximal line 1.37354 and dastal line 1.37004. Guys, we are very aware that buyers are supposed to take profits, and this should cause a reduction in volume of the buyers orders, of the demand orders. But you can see the market is still bullish. So buyers, they're looking to push price high. They're very interested to see a higher price. But if you're a buyer, you're supposed to have taken your profits at this demand zone, and the next wave is supposed to begin. If we check on the 4-hour time frame, you can as well see the 4-hour candle today opened with a bullish momentum, and now we are at the next candle. But you can see there was an indecision here. There was an indecision. Buyers are trying to push and sellers are trying to come in, but buyers took partial profits and sellers are trying to push price higher. This was a reaction of buyers taking profit, and now we are seeing sellers pushing price. The buyers, but if buyers are controlling the market, they need to take price. Let me delete this order block. Yeah, but last week we were rewarded with this bullish wave. Yeah, we caught it right at the proximal line of the demand zone, and now price is outside the next demand zone. And if we're going to check where the price is going next, we are going to see it going into the next demand order level at 1.39125. Yeah, here, right here, into the next demand zone. The buyers becoming the Great Britain pound. They have had the order of the week and the order of the month for the last 5 months. The sellers becoming the USD. They're really having a rough time. Really a rough time. So let's check on the supply chart to understand where the sellers are aligned. Yeah, so this was last week before the buyers came in, and sellers could be seen taking profit at the supply zone. And after they took profits at the pivot, the price pushed up, and you can observe it from our previous technical analysis of GBPUSD week 26, and we identified the supply zone 1.3374. After sellers took profit, buyers came in pushing price higher, and sellers were, and that's why you're seeing there is no supply candle existing. There is no supply candle existing last week. Yeah, market really flashed up, and after they went and market price entered into the supply zone, there was a redistribution. Sellers tried to push price lower, but this engulfing candle could prove that they're weak, and now the price went into the next supply level and into the next supply level. So this is redistribution, but the main supply level of sellers is at 1.440468. So if you are selling GBPUSD, you might need to use sell stop or sell your quantities at 1.4064, which is about 2,600 points away from the current price. So the best way to sell, if you're trying to flow with the USD, the best place for entry will be 1.37972. If 1.37972 fails to provide a good sell entry back, and one thing you need to note that if you're going to sell right now, it's better for you to take your profit at this supply level, then wait for sellers to give you a clear green flag of what they're going to do past. But the best sell could be from here into the previous supply, because you see sellers that are pushing it into the next and taking profits, pushing it back into the supply level, taking their profits and allowing market to leave. So if market mark these points 1.37972 and 1.3955, please take your profits at this supply level. I hope that's clear. If it fails to use this supply block, wait for it at the next supply level at 1.3955. But the main supply order block is at 1.40468. Yeah, that's it. Nothing much to add except us checking on the moving average to see where the sellers are, and on the retail moving average, you're seeing buyers supposed to push price into the next support at 1.38833, and on the monthly, that's exactly where it is, 1.3. So this is a good block. So what you can do, let's try putting a sell order at this level to see if it aligns with other support and resistance. So sellers are supposed to take their profit at that order block. Aligns with the daily candle or the weekly. The daily, there's no level there, and maybe on the daily, the price, the wave is bullish, so stay bullish. Yeah, on the weekly, no. On the 1 hour, no. So checking on the order block here, we are not seeing any alignment here, and on the demand chart, we are not seeing alignment. So let's check on the institutional moving average to see where the support is and where the resistance is. On the monthly time frame, there is a very big room for sellers to push price higher, for buyers to push price higher. On the weekly time frame, the previous support was invalidated, and there's a big room for buyers to push price. So stay alert. Buyers are having a good rough allowance for them to push price higher. So maintain bullish unless price comes back into the supply block or buyers take their profit. Hope that's clear. If you have any inquiries, just reach us on the comment section, write to us, inbox us, and we'll be glad to serve you. Stay blessed and plan your portfolio well. Set and forget.